wanna address the fact that I got my filthy ass kicked so hard that my clothes changed? The Dookie Horror Picture Show had a spiritual successor. But much like Oswaldo Scumbaggerton's lackluster return, the magic just wasn't there. That wasn't him who beat me up, by the way. One of his hired goons, I'm sure. Alright, Shock Treatment. 81. Shock Treatment is the spiritual successor to the Rocky Horror Picture Show. If spiritual successor means what they pulled from the rotting corpse of the intended sequel, Rocky Horror shows his heels. But with Tim Curry saying, "Fuck that, I'm bulking up and disappearing," Mommy Susie Sarandon on the rise, and at the last minute, Jonathan Adams saying, "I'm good, yo." They had to rework some songs and write a whole new story surrounding B&J. There are some jolts of electricity to this predominantly lifeless mess. Jolts, electricity, shock treatment. I got nothing. O'Brien, Quinn, and Nell are all back and inject some energy into their roles while the movie injects Valium into your taint. O'Brien's voice helps the catchy title song Shock Treatment, turning it into something that would be Rocky Horror Picture Show worthy. But getting electrocuted is not a joke, which is why I never laugh when I cover my dick in whiskey and stick it in an electrical socket. What else does whiskey dick mean? And I'm not gonna sleep on Jessica Harper taking over the role of Janet Weiss. While the story and tone is fucking schizo, her take on Janet is much more fitting than what Sarandon's would have been. In that little black dress, she would have been bitching in the kitchen. Their songs, guys. Don't cancel me yet. I haven't even begun. The plot is more like a grave plot because the creativity feels deader than Frankenfurter. The town of Denton is supposed to be taken over by some TV studio, and Bra and John are the stars of some reality TV show to break them up because of some sort of sibling rivalry. Can these people get a fucking break? You'd think the trauma they suffered would factor into their characters. Denton Vale doesn't count. I pose this as a question because it comes across so poorly that if I didn't already know what was happening, I'd be asking, what the fuck is happening? The role of Farley Flavors screams, "We miss you, Tim Curry. Please come back, give me a high five." Well, there's cum everywhere because it is so clearly inspired by him. I fucking love dual duets though. The commentary fails because what the fuck is reality TV in 1981? And it is so off the market what reality TV is now, it still doesn't connect. It is a shame that this movie is so forgettable because it is not entirely the movie's fault. Unlike the TV remake of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, if you feel like I haven't said much about it, it's because there isn't much to say. It doesn't even warrant hyperbole like, "Its forgettability isn't worth the revenge of the old queen." The fuck's that even mean? A mix between high expectations and just not having access to the crucial people's nipples gave this movie no chance of succeeding. And while there are a few good songs, and Richard O'Brien, who called this movie an abortion, is always great, this movie is better forgotten to time. If you're a Rocky fan and haven't gotten around to seeing this, it might be worth a curiosity look, but it doesn't extend past that. I might as well split my ass up to the hip 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 ripping a fart on this movie.